mountain road and he hits a guardrail. And here I am thinking he's just staying the night with his friend up the road, that's in the neighborhood that I know very well. And then I get a call at like 12 o'clock at night. Your son's in the hospital. They're like, it's not serious, da 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 da. But he's got a couple bruises and everything. And then they call me back within 10 minutes before I'm even ready to go out the door. They're like, he's getting rushed to CMC. It's really serious. You need to hurry up and get here. And I'm like, oh my God. And I get there and we fly to CMC and there's a chaplain waiting on me. Kind of find out he had cut one of his main arteries. Basically the guardrail ripped through his side, cut his intestine, cut one of his main arteries and hit his liver. And he had a very good chance of dying. And oh my God, I was so freaked out, especially when seeing that chaplain. That just made it even worse. But luckily he made it, and that kind of put him back on the right track. He realized I need to straighten my ass up. And thank God he did. Thank God he did, because that was the worst feeling I've ever had in my whole life. Yeah, I'm getting shook up thinking about it.
Anthony, not the same instant, but something similar. Anthony wasn't hurt nowhere near as bad, but right before I went in for my last knee surgery, Anthony was ran over by a Jeep in Mount Holly.
Oh my goodness!
He was inside a damn refrigerator box, sitting on the side of the road. On the sidewalk, and these youngsters, they were 20 years old, driving this, one of the big 4-wheel Jeeps that we like to ride in and go mudding in, right? Just decided to run over the box, and he was in it. And they lacerated his kidney, his liver, fractured his breastplate, broke 4 ribs, and had a concussion. But he walked out. He walked out of the hospital like 2 days later. I mean,
oh my
it wasn't hurt nowhere near as bad as your boy, but I mean, I understand what it's like to be like, just everything just comes to a screeching halt in life, and it's not, it's never a good feeling, but that's true parents. So you worry about your kids, you love your kids, you try to coach them in the right direction. You don't put them in fucking bad situations. That's not parenting. That's being a total douche.
No. Because they will put themselves in bad enough situations just because they're kids. They're going to already put themselves in situations. We can only try to protect them as much as we can. But, we were teenagers once. I know I was in a couple situations that could have ended up really bad. But, kids, it's all about the head on their shoulders and what we try to teach them. Like, okay, if you're in a situation, this is what you should do. They may not always listen, and they may have to learn the hard way, which, Tyler had to learn the hard way. But at the same time, I'm just glad he was alive and able to learn that lesson. And I think that God probably knew that he had to learn the hard way in order to learn, because he was going down a really bad path, that he would have ended up either in jail or possibly dead if he didn't, and I'm just really thankful, because it was really, really scary, really scary.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, but like you say, at least he's back on the path that he needs to be on, and that's the thing.
He's super responsible and everything now. It's like a complete 180, this kid. I mean, he's...
a near-death incident will do that to you. I don't remember mine, but it sure did change quite a bit. So, Walmart has started jacking up their starting wages, so you can now go to Walmart and start making $11 an hour as soon as you start.
I'm gonna have to tell Tyler. You gotta be right. You probably gotta be 18. He ain't quite there yet.
I don't know. Yeah, Anthony's looking for something like steady too. He's been working for the golf course, but you know how that goes. This time of year, there's not really much to do out there. So,
but I bet he makes good money though when they are. Does he get like tips and stuff from the golfers? Because I know sometimes them people be doing good.
No, he gets on one of those big ass lawnmowers that are like remote, like hand controlled and shit, and he's out there actually like cutting the actual greens. So I mean, he makes pretty decent, but it's whatever. He's looking for something more permanent, more stable. He's going to be moving in with me, so it's senior year of high school. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to go straight into college. I hope he does, but I mean, if not, I want him kind of close by. I don't know. Looking for something more permanent. I'm trying to get him hooked up with Bilo. See if he can't be like a stalker or something. They pay pretty decent. I used to work for
I tried to get Tyler to go to Publix because they just opened a new Publix near his school, and I was like, you need to try to get in there, especially with them just opening. But I think he just didn't put his resume in online because everything's online now, and I think it's just
no shit.
Yeah, he just didn't want to fool with it, I don't think.
So
but he's got a job now, so he makes pretty good money now, and he's good about saving it, so I'm glad for that.
I'm so glad we didn't have to worry about that shit going for jobs. I have to fill that shit out online and sit here and haggle somebody. Fuck that.
No.
Walk in, fill out an application, I want to talk to somebody now.
Well, we went in there to do an application, and he met with the manager and everything. The manager was real cool, and he was like, he seemed like he was really, liking Tyler and stuff and everything. But he was like, you got to do your application online. And Tyler's like, man, so I had a feeling Tyler wasn't going to probably do it, but maybe he has. I don't know. I don't think he has, though.
Oh, shit. So, speaking of construction, I'm sitting here watching this video. And it's guys working on backhoes and some epic failures, like falling off trucks, bridges. This dude just went down a fucking mountain. I'm like, oh my God. I wouldn't even be in the damn backhoe on the side of a mountain.
Did he live?
I think he did. Oh, here comes a fucking dump truck going down the side of a fucking hill. Oh, that's crazy. Homer, I still have no rehire to Walmart from. What'd you do, Ron? Did you punch the manager in the nose, or did you try to take him to the back and give him rosy palms and the Five Finger Sisters?
I was going to say something similar to that. Did you say harass somebody?
Oh, man. Hopefully Ghost is getting better. Hopefully Ghost will be on with us next week. That way Ron can have his man crush. You get your man crush. Get your man crush on. Lord have mercy. So, you got a hall pass, and you got to pick one celebrity or musician. Who would it be?
God, I don't know. It used to be Tommy Lee, but then he got older, and I think he's got STDs and stuff, so I don't think I'd mess with him. But, God, who would it be? I have to come back to that one. I don't know.
All right. It's all good. All right.
Maybe, God, what's his name? Ian Somerset or something like. I don't remember his damn name. That's bad. I can't like him that much if I don't even know his last name.
I don't know either. Ian Summers? I don't know. I think you probably said the same thing.
It's Ian Summer some shit. Let me look it up.
What's wrong with midget?
All right, so while you looking that up, we're going to go into a little comedy bit here. Here's some Brad Williams on the M word. Fucking short people.
I do. Not all midgets. I like some, but a lot of them I don't like, and I'll tell you why. Because when I started doing comedy, I thought I would be a voice for my people. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of midgets doing comedy. I thought I would be the guy, and they would look up to me the same way black people look up to and respect Chris Rock, and Latinos look up to and respect George Lopez and Carlos Mencia. I thought the midgets would do that for me. I was wrong. No, they hate me. I didn't know how much they hated me until I did a show in Detroit, Michigan at a comedy club. I swear to you guys, I'm getting out of my car to go to the comedy club. Out front of the comedy club, there were 24 midgets protesting me. Protesting. The sign and everything. And the news was there. They walked up to me. They're like, Mr. Williams, do you have any comments? Your own people are protesting you. What do you have to say? I couldn't think of anything. So I'm like, they're midgets. Nobody even saw. A Mini Cooper drove up, blocked the entire protest. I don't care. But honestly, it got to me. So I walked out to the little group of midgets, and I walked up to them, and I'm like, hey, take me to your leader. And this one midget comes up, and I look at him and I go, hey dude, seriously, why do you guys hate me? He looks at me and goes, well Brad, we hate you because you say the word midget on stage. Midget? That's bad? What's wrong with midget? He looks at me and he's like, well, midget is a derogatory term. When people hear the word midget, they don't think of a human being. Rather, they think of some sort of fantastical carnival creature or something you might find in a Disney movie. We need a more mature word, something that we all can rally behind and that portrays us rightly as human beings. That's why we want to be called dwarfs. Fucking kidding me? Dwarf? Really? Midget's bad, dwarf is okay. Are you serious? Like, to me, dwarf sounds worse, right? Dwarf just sounds worse. It's harsh. It's dwarf. It's dwarf. It sounds like Lord of the Rings or something like that. Like, you think I'm gonna walk up on stage like, it's my precious. Like, it's stupid. Like, really? Like, midget sounds fine to me. It does. It's an easy word. It flows. It's midget. It's midget. It almost sounds French, like I'm hanging out with my midget. It's good. And I told the guy this, and his response to this day blows my mind. He actually looked at me and he goes, well, Brad, this just shows how ignorant you truly are. Because don't you realize, Brad, that when you call a dwarf a midget, it's the exact same as calling a black person the N-word? I looked at him and I said, midget, please. No, not the same, not the same. Listen, when you hear the N-word, some bad images come to your head. You hear the N-word, you start thinking of slave ships, masses, chains, Flava Flav. You start thinking of some evil stuff. What pops into your head when you hear the word midget? Good things like popcorn, cotton candy, happiness. That pops into your head. I told the guy this, is like, well, Brad, it's your lackluster attitude that allows this to occur. Why is it, Brad? People are so quick. They always call us midget. They'll never call a black person the N-word. Why is that? Easy. Because a midget's not gonna fucking kill you if you call him a midget. That's why. What am I gonna do? Punch him in the ankle? Like, that's not right. No. But a black guy, he'll kick your ass if you call him the N-word. That's why they call it the N-word. That's the only syllable a white dude can get out. For the black man, just beats him down. It's like, hey man, I see you. You're one of them fucking nit.
All right, there's a little bit of Brad Williams on the M-word. Oh, Lord. I can see going up to a little guy and say, you're a midget, and then punching me in the ankle. Just saying.
They might punch you in the balls. Better watch out.
Yeah, no shit, right? Be like Rocky Balboa and sit there on the bag machine.
I know, right? Okay, so I couldn't decide, but I can't believe this didn't come to my mind at first. Charlie Hunnam, or however the hell you say his name, the dude from Sons of Anarchy, Jax. Ooh, he's hot. He's hot. That would be my number one. Number two would be Ian Somerhalder. I finally got his name. And then I also have a girl on the list, Megan Fox. I couldn't come up with just one, so I had to come up with three. Those are the only ones I would care about.
Yeah. There ain't no dudes on my list, that's for fucking sure.
No.
No dudes. No dudes. Eric,
But yeah,
I got Ron's.
Jack Anarchy is hot as hell. I'm sorry, what?
I got Ron's right here. Ron, here's your hall pass. It's calling your name. Just saying. I love Ron. Ron's the fucking man. Ron's the man. I'm surprised Jay didn't pick Channing
Tatum. He's hot. I mean, he's hot too. You know, he is. But I mean, I don't know.
I'd give it to the motherfucker can dance. That he can.
Dance great. He can dance. I'd love to take some dance lessons with him.
I bet you would, Magic Mike.
Heck yeah, I would.
Not
Teach me
watching
some
that movie. Nope. That would be like watching Brokeback Mountain, I think. Just saying. I do. I think it'd be like watching Brokeback Mountain if I watched that movie.